Alright, let's see if I can do this video without breaking down. It's over. I no longer have a day job. Now, this was partially my fault and partially not my fault. We, as a group, were given an offer. Either we can quit May 1st with a severance or face potential layoffs afterward. And the potential layoffs was a high possibility. I live in Tennessee, so getting laid off is not a good thing, so I chose the severance pay. Now, this does give me an opportunity to work on maybe getting my YouTube channel to do more, and I have my guide service. Although I am, even right now at this time, I'm not ready for this. This is not planned. I'm not sure what's going to happen. My plan was to eventually go full-time YouTube and full-time guiding. I wanted my YouTube to, make up for about half of my day job's pay, and it is far from that. Now, half of my day job's pay is a fraction of what some of the others in the catfishing genre on YouTube make. So I was hoping it would be easy, but for me it has not been easy. It's been way far from being easy to get to that point. Now, my guiding is actually doing good. I make more money with my guiding, obviously, than I do on YouTube. However, guiding has its own issues as well. It takes time to get a guide service going. I mean, I know some full-time guides, and they've been doing it for 20 to 30 years. They've been guiding for that long, but they didn't just, start right off the bat full-time guide. It took them 10 to 15 years to build up the clientele to go full-time. And they still struggle in the wintertime because who wants to book trips in Tennessee when it's 30 degrees outside? I do fish year-round, but, I understand that wintertime is a harder time to be a guide, which makes me wish I could get my YouTube channel going more so I can have some kind of balance between the two. Now, being a guide and being a YouTuber are also two completely different things because, a lot, you see it all the time whenever, professional guides will put a photo of the fish that they catch for their clients and then they'll blur out the background. I can't do that on YouTube. If I go to one of my favorite spots that I like to take clients or guests, the heroes that catch the fish on my boat, I can't blur out the background on a video. And that brings a possibility that someone will see and figure out where that spot is. They'll be at that spot when I'm trying to take a guest there. So yeah, it is a juggling. It's juggling between two different, genres that are, not really compatible with each other. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to try. Now, I haven't actually recorded a guide trip in a long time, too. I try not to do or record my guide trips because I'm focused on helping my guests catch fish. And I found that even when they've asked me, they're like, yeah, it's okay to record. I end up forgetting because I'm so focused on making sure, it's a good day. And like any guide, I've had incredible days and I've had absolutely horrible days. The bad days definitely don't bring clients back, but the good days, they do. And that's how you build them up. In 10 to 15 years, you might be able to go full time. Now, with YouTube and social media, maybe a little bit of advertising, I could probably, push it faster. But right now, I have no idea what my future holds. So I'm going to try. At least I have the severance pay to help me. And I do have at least one sponsor to help me as well. And who knows, maybe I will get some sponsors for YouTube. I really, honestly, I don't want to. Everything that I use on this channel is stuff that I like and that I want to use. And and some of it, I'm friendly with the company. Some of the companies, they don't know who I am. And some of the companies, like Akuma, I've got a closer partnership with. That's why on my website, tnrvg.com, I've got the discounts and more page where you can look and see some of the discounts that I've gathered for some of the stuff that I use for you guys. Now, with me, being jobless, or at least no day job, I may have to, pick up something like maybe Ridge Wallet or anyone who would be willing to let me do stuff that's close enough to my genre not to make you guys angry. And I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to just have to see what's out there. And if you guys have any suggestions, leave a comment below. Just by watching this video, you're helping me out. And I'm still one of the cheaper guides out there. Once I found out about this and it was approved, I raised my prices. And then I realized that I'm still one of the cheaper guides out here with raised prices. So, I am a little bit more expensive. I will, Scenic City, Richard is the top dog there, but Joe with Chat Cats Fishing, he's one of their guides. They're down in Chattanooga, and they are a little bit cheaper than me. And, I do have like a trophy trip add-on, which means I'm driving further south to better waterways, which, Catfish Dave is called the Magic Kingdom down there because the fish get bigger. I can almost guarantee a trophy by just driving to Watts Bar Dam and going anywhere below it. However, it is fishing. I consider myself a fishing guide and not a catching guide. And I like seeing smiles on kids. You've seen some of the pictures, literally like past, I think, 4 weeks in a row. Not only did I have several kids with smiles on their faces, I think I've actually got at least one trophy fish every single week. And most of them were not trophy trips. So I've been incredibly lucky the past few weeks. Summertime's coming, so I know that luck is going to wane a little bit, but, I can always fall back onto my multi-species trips, which are just, you go and you catch fish and you have fun. That's exactly what it is. It might be a bunch of, drum, but drum are fun to catch too. And I'm working on striper fishing, and I've got some new techniques that I've learned, which I've kind of, I didn't do them in the past, but I have used that bait in the past and got lucky with stripers. And now I've got a new way to present this new bait. I can do striper trips now. I've got the bait tank. I've got a home tank. I'll do a video on that eventually. In fact, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of videos. I'll do a video on that, and hopefully I'll be able to post some pictures of people holding stripers at some point, if anybody wants to do a striper trip. This channel is built around catfishing for the most part, and I know whenever I publish like striper videos or ditch pickle videos, I don't get the views. It's understandable. But in my area, stripers is like the big thing, It's the thing last year I probably gave away 20 trips to other guides because they were striper trips and I was not ready for stripers last year. This year I'm ready for them and I'm equipped for them. So we'll see what happens. I don't charge extra like for the different types of fish. I can do muskie, I can do stripers, I can do multi-species, and I can do catfish. And catfish is the one that I do the most. And when it comes to multi-species, if we got the water running right, I can take it to places where we might be able to catch smallmouth. and largemouth and whatever. But I that's a little bit on my, crappie, smallmouth, largemouth are the ones that I do struggle with. I will be honest with you, I struggle with them. I did a crappie trip a while back, and all we caught was white bass. I'm going to admit that. I don't think other guides would actually admit that they fail at doing something. I will. I try to be a little bit, transparent. But yeah, I guess I'm letting you guys know that, I'm now jobless is also being a little bit transparent too, I guess. I don't know. We just let me know what you think in the comments below. I definitely want to hear any ideas you guys have. Yeah, and I'm not opposed to getting another job. So if I can't get things going, then I will have to get another day job, and then it's back to, one video a week on YouTube, and possibly less depending on what job I find. But yeah, I do. I guess the best thing I can say that I am kind of blessed that I've made it this far here on YouTube. I mean, not everybody is going to make it to 17,000 subscribers or more. And that's about where I'm at. I think I'm at 17,000. I haven't really been paying attention lately. All I have to do is click here and look. Yep, 17.4 thousand subscribers. 748 videos. I think a lot of those are shorts. And that's kind of what my future plan is probably going to be. I might try to do one content a day. I don't know how long that may eventually burn me out, but I'll do either a full video or a short every single day. I might try that. I'm not going to promise it, but I am, while I'm not fully booked, I'm going to do as much content as I can. Every other day, 3 a week, something. I'm going to try to do more on YouTube just to see if I can get the ball rolling here. And you guys get to jump onto this wagon for the ride to see what I can do. I can easily, if I have, a wide open day, no book trips for a few days, I can get up in the morning, go fishing, come home, edit a video, and if I get that video done, edited, I could probably go fishing again and then edit that video and have 2 videos to put in a row and schedule myself out until, it's wintertime and the leaves are still green. I don't know if I'd be able to go that far, but yeah, definitely get ready for more content, at least on YouTube. Let's see what happens. What happens, with my guide service, what happens with the YouTube. But yeah, I guess like I said, I'm not ready for this, and at least I'm not breaking down and crying or doing anything like that. It is scary a little bit. But yeah, this is the absolute, I've always worked for a company. Like this company that I just got away from, which I'm not going to say who it is. Like I said, politics. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. And the company I worked for previous to it for nearly 10 years was another multi-billion-dollar company. And yeah, so I've always worked for someone at some company somewhere, like my entire life. So this is the first time I'm doing a foray into trying to, do my own thing, do my own business. And obviously, YouTube's a part of it, the guide service is a part of it, and maybe taking on some sponsors is pretty much how to make ends meet. You don't want to put your eggs in one basket, and the one thing I don't like is the sponsor route. I don't want to just be like, and this video is sponsored by blah, 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 because, some of you will click off. And by this point, I'd say 80% of you have clicked off already. That's the way YouTube goes. And yeah, I guess all I can say is stay tuned to the future. Check out my guide service at tnrvg.com and wish me luck because I'm going to need it a lot. And as always, I want to thank you for taking your time out of your day to actually watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. Now, I gotta figure out what I want to fish for. And also, I might end up boring some of you with unboxings because I am behind on unboxings. I've got some stuff right now I need to unbox, and I've got some things in the mail on their way to me that I'm also going to unbox. So I do have some unboxings I've been procrastinating and not doing. So be ready for that. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you next time.